It's been a good while since I made a Minecraft mod review, or at least an overview, and part of that is because I have mods that are relatively small, and I can't really do a whole video on them. So what I decided is, I'm going to do a video about the 5 most important mods that I just can't live without. Yes, I'm doing one of those videos, and you're watching it. Thank you. Let's get started. So the first mod is a well-known one called Apple Skin, and what Apple Skin does is that it shows you the saturation rate and the food hunger regeneration as you hover over any type of food. Not to mention that in the bottom corner on the bar, it shows you your energy and it shows whether or not it's saturating you or whether or not your hunger is about to go down to the next tier of whatever that whole thing is. I have no idea, but it's very useful in letting you know just what kind of food is going to replenish you and what food isn't. The next one is Global XP, and what that allows you to do is to store your experience. It's very easy to craft it. All you need is 8 iron bars and 1 emerald. And once you place it down, if you shift and right click, you'll put all of your current XP into the XP block. And then when you right click it, you'll start regaining your XP by level on your side until the whole block is empty. That way, if you're doing some sort of enchantment or something and you only need like a specific amount of XP and you don't want that much XP on you, you can only take what you need rather than take what you already have. The next one is Autofish, and it totally changes the way you do AFK fishing. In 1.16, Mojang nerfed the AFK fish farms with, the 1 blocks and the trapdoors, making it so you get a reduced drop rate or you don't get as good of items from those AFK farms. So this one kind of resolves it, where you can just automatically fish for as long as you want without pressing anything. My hands are completely free. I am not pressing down on anything, and it's just fishing. I have my own little area set up, so I'm fishing, and I don't have to do anything. I can let this sit for ages. And it's configurable. If you press K, you're able to change what you want. So we have recast delay, whether or not you want it to be done quicker or you want it to be done slower, so it doesn't continuously kill your fishing rod if you don't have mending yet. Next is reel in. Ultimately, these two can stay the same as they come, but if you don't want to continuously get rotten flesh or you don't want to get lily pads, you can put that in here in the config file. So I don't want rotten flesh, I don't want item tags because I have too many item tags and I don't want to name everything else. So if you don't want fish, if you just want enchanted books, you're able to filter those out and it makes your fishing a little bit more efficient. So that's always fun. This next one is my favorite, and it's Falling Tree. So what Falling Tree does is exactly what it says. Trees fall quicker and they decay quicker. So you only have to hit 1 block and all of the wood and resources that fall from those trees come to you. What's great about this mod is that if you go to its config menu in the main menu, you're able to change just how the mod works. So when you're sneaking and you hit the tree, it doesn't break the whole thing. So if you want to do a thing where you reverse that and you're sneaking and then it breaks rather than you standing up, you're able to do that too. Breaking creative, of course. And then in break mode, you can have it shift down kind of like sand does, or, just whatever that you got there. Of course, detection thing, you can have the whole tree, you can have it above the cut, you can have it just at a certain wide level. You can whitelist logs, blacklist, whitelist leaves, blacklist leaves. So if you have trees that are absolutely huge and it's gonna lag your game, you can always just say, hey, I don't want you to do that to these logs, so can you not? And then there's max size. It's always set to 100. That way it doesn't totally lag your game if your computer isn't strong enough to handle it. For me, I'm gonna bring it up to 300 because I don't know why it's at 100. Sometimes I place trees right next to each other and they all count as one big tree, so I have 200 logs but then 1. And with tools on Falling Tree, once you hit the first block and it breaks all the other blocks, it counts those blocks to the durability of the tool. So if you're hitting it with like a wooden axe or something, that wooden axe is going to break almost immediately because it's not durable enough to take down all those logs at once. You can change that if you want to. I'm leaving it unchanged, and that's just how I feel I like it. And last but not least, of course, we have waste stones. And waste stones are very efficient for people who have one base next to another, but don't want to continuously make that trek to do whatever, place down mine carts or boats or whatever. You're able to just right click and go to wherever you want. And what's great about this is that you can craft it if you want. There's 3 different crafting recipes. There's sandy, there's mossy, and there's regular waste stones. And with that, you need a warp stone, which all you need is 4 ender eyes, emerald, and purple dye. So fairly cost effective when you think about it. But as I said, you can place these down, you can name it whatever you want. You can also find things out in the middle of nowhere, so they just kind of spawn like this in specific biomes. Of course, the sandy one spawns in the sand desert biomes, but it's great because you can go back and forth between your mines and your bases at will. So it's very fun. Anyway, yeah, those are the mods that I believe that you cannot play Minecraft without it anymore. Because as soon as you start using these mods, you cannot live without them. They become engraved in your game and it's hard for you to play it otherwise. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.